going on YouTube? It is Trev. Okay, it is update time. I'm going to try to keep you guys updated as much as I possibly can on the developments and things that are going on with this L1 task force. Things that are going on with the Oversight Committee. We had a little powwow earlier. We were talking about some things, and I'll catch you up on that, briefly at the end. Not a real lot to talk about, but, I just want you to know everything that's happening. But the first thing that I want to take you to is something you may or may not already have seen if you are on Twitter. And that is this tweet this morning from Lunkburn Army talking about the L1 Task Force biweekly status update from January 1st to January 13th. And the Medium article that is attached to it. So this is all about the transparency, right? You're going to be getting these updates coming at you from everywhere. They're going to come at you from Lunkburn Army. They're going to come at you from me. They're going to come at you from other YouTubers and Twitter Spaces and everyone who's following what's going on here. But the reason you're getting so much information is because so much information is being given to you. This is something new. We haven't really seen this level of transparency. And it's not like, everybody's being invited into every little meeting that happens, right? But still, every time you go to Twitter or YouTube or someplace, you're seeing more information that just came out about the developments of this task force. And so far, that's making me very happy, all right? So I want to take you to this Medium article. Let me see if I can just bring you right over to it. Let me go over here. All right, so let me take you back up to the top. It's not that long. It's a 3-minute read. If you're not subscribed to Medium, you don't necessarily have to be to read anything that's on Medium. But Lunkburn Army has an account here, and he will be submitting these updates on Medium. Ed very often posts on Medium. Zaradar posts on Medium. I post on Medium. There are a lot of people involved in all this stuff who post on Medium. And so if you sign up for an account with Medium, you can actually follow everybody and that way be notified when new things come out. And it doesn't cost anything to have a Medium subscription. On top of that, and I'm not selling Medium, I'm just saying, on top of what's going on with us, you can find information or articles on any number of subjects on Medium. Medium's a pretty cool platform, Medium. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and sign up for Medium. Make yourself an account, and so you can follow what's happening here. So he put out this Medium article. And again, it's a 3-minute read. I'm not going to read through all of it, but basically it is a bi-weekly update. The overview and purpose: during the first week of January 2023, Agora Proposal 1168 was approved through Terra Station governance and provided a first quarter mandate to the L1 task force. So this goes on to talk about the different things that are being accomplished by L1, what they're working on. And, there are some really pretty good graphics in here to make it a lot easier for us. There's nothing too technical in this article. And that's the whole purpose of them, is to speak to the general community and keep everybody informed as to what is happening, okay? So I encourage you to go ahead and read through all of this. Again, 3 minutes, out of your day. You can handle it. All right. So this is the kind of chart is laying out the different months of Q1 and the different ideas of what's basically happening, what's scheduled, right? And you can peek through this. It's all there for you. This tells you what is completed, the completed activities to sprint number 1. Now, again, you might look through some of this stuff and not really recognize some of these names or some of these words and know exactly what this stuff is. But what you can really take from this is that look at all these things, right? We're only a couple weeks into this, and already all of this stuff has been accomplished and done. This team has been working, they've been putting in 50 plus hours per week, working very, very hard on accomplishing everything that they said that they were going to do over this 3 months that, we've we've given them, a mandate for. We've given them, we've paid them to do it, right? All right. So anyway, all items are currently on schedule and within budget. Those are the kind of things that we definitely want to hear. And you have another graphic here that tells you the things that they're working on. If you look at their backlog, these are the things that are ready to start. They're ready to start working on them. These are the things that are currently being worked on. This is what's being reviewed right now. I would imagine after these things are reviewed and, figured out, then they move into the ready to start column. These are the things that they've already done. And you've got this nifty little chart here, which makes it kind of convenient for you. But if you actually want to go and see, the in-color version, in the bigger version of this, there is a link here to bring you there, and I have actually already got it up. And this brings you to the actual GitHub backlog log, right? So you can. This is what the guys are actually working on. So when we're in a meeting, I'm watching them take all these things and move them around and put them into certain columns. Oh, we already got that done. Good. We move it here, and we're going to work on that, and then they're adding to it and subtracting to it. It's really, really cool. But this is the format that they're using. So they've posted it for you so that you can look at it every day and see what's been accomplished, what's being worked on. If you have comments, you have questions, you can reach out to people and ask them, because all of the information of what's happening is right here. Okay, this is everything that was completed. Here is the backlog of things yet to do. These are, let me slide this over. These are the things that are ready to go, that are ready to work on. All right, these backlog things aren't necessarily, I guess, ready to be worked on yet. They're things that are on the back burner, if you will. These are the things that are currently being worked on. These things here are in review, and this is what's already been done. Okay. And if you come back and forth and you watch this on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, whatever you have time for, you'll see that some of these squares have moved into different columns, and you can see the progress of what's going on with this team. All right. So I'll take you back here. Then we have the Q1 budget forecast for actuals. There has been no budgetary spend to date. Payment disbursements for the development team's listed contractors' resources will occur at the end of each month. Okay, so none of the money that has been granted to them has been paid out for anything yet, but this is what it's going to look like. And again, it's all spelled out here for you. Everything's, transparent. So you have Tobias Anderson Zaradar, who is a full-time senior developer, which will receive $12,500 every month for the next 3 months, totaling $37,500, right? Senior developer, full-time, Jacob Gadikian, same thing. You have Ed and Till, who are the part-time developers. They will be receiving half that money, right? $6,250 each per month, totaling $18,750 each, or $37,500 for the two of them. You have this senior developer part-time Superman. This is our mystery developer who chooses to remain anonymous for various reasons, and he is receiving $2,500 per month, $7,500 at the end of the quarter. That's all he's taken. From what I understand, he didn't ask for anything, but Ed thought it would be improper for him to do the amount of work that he's doing and not give him anything. So I guess they settled on this amount. Now, the two interns, the trainees, developer part-time trainees, agreed to give up any salary whatsoever to help fund this individual. Also, they took away from the computing budget to come up with the $2,500 a month to pay this guy. And if he is doing even half of the amount of work of one of the part-time guys or one of the full-time guys or whatever, and from what I understand, he's doing a lot of work, we're getting quite a bargain. But anyway, that's it. That's all spelled out there for you. Questions or comments? If you have questions or comments with respect to how the development team is progressing, what may be coming up next, or have any other general questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can contact myself directly with any questions related to the L1 Task Force on Twitter at Lunkburn Army, and or contact the TGF compliance officer, Demon Monkey 777, on Twitter with any questions related to payments. Demon Monkey is actually working for the Terra Grants Foundation, not for the L1 task force, okay? But obviously everybody's working together and communicating. Also, be sure to attend one of the L1 task force's monthly AMAs to speak to the development team directly and ask questions that you may have. And that is it for the update. Okay. Now, I mentioned to you this morning that the COC, the Community Oversight Committee, had a brief meeting. There have been questions that have come from the community on Twitter and in various places as to what exactly this Oversight Committee is. What is our task? What are we doing? What are we in charge of? Okay, and answers have not necessarily been forthcoming because, I was honest about it earlier. We don't exactly know, right? We have an idea, and when we were approached, we were told a certain thing. Hey, we just need you to kind of do this, right? But as we're getting into it, we're having to develop it and fine-tune it a little bit and figure out exactly what the parameters are, okay? So we had the three of us, myself, Strathcole, and PFC, had a brief meet. Oh, I say brief. It actually went for like an hour. Chit-chatting about a bunch of stuff, though. Anyway, but we had a little get-together this morning to talk about the actual definition of what was expected or what, of this committee, this oversight committee, what the ramifications are to the community as far, like what does the community expect or what are they looking for? And I can't really report that we actually nailed it down because there seems to be, as we get into this, it seems like it's like, well, maybe, it should also be this, or maybe it shouldn't be that, or bottom line is we're all very, very concerned that what we're doing is going to be the best for the community, okay? And that it's, it's not overreaching, it's not presumptive, it's not anything that would make anybody uncomfortable. It is all absolutely 100% to keep the community notified and to be able to relay information back and forth between the community and the team. We all have our different strengths. Those two guys are coders. What level coders they're at. It might be different levels or whatever. I'm not a coder. My more of my purpose is in. Well, all right. So I'll tell you, we had this this analogy that kind of came up, right? And this maybe sums it up and is an easier way to really look at it, right? If you're building, let's say, a strip mall in an area where there is no strip mall, you have the developers who come in and want to build the strip mall, and they want to build it in a certain way. They want to make it a certain size. They want to have certain businesses in there, whatever, right? So you can look at Strathcole and maybe even PFC as the building inspectors, right? They're able to get in and make sure that all of the engineering is happening correctly. They can look at it and make sure that the plumbing is up to code and the electrical is up to code. I mean, they can get in that deep on it and really oversee to make sure all that stuff is happening, report back to the community around who is wondering why this thing is being built, what it's going to be, what it's going to do for the community. They can say, well, listen, everything that's being done is on the up and up, okay? Everything is, or if it's not on the up and up, they can let you know that too. I'm more of the community activist who says, well, why is this building even here? Why are we building this building? What is this building going to do for the community? This is how, and to let you developers know, this is how the community feels about this building and what they would like to see it represent, how they would like to see it benefit them. Maybe it shouldn't be this big. Maybe it should be in an L shape. Maybe, whatever, right? You get the point. So this is the basics of kind of where we are. But we just want to make sure that that's not going to morph into something that no one is really comfortable with. So these are conversations that need to be had, and they're being had, and they're being had on your behalf. And if they're ever not being had on your behalf, I'm going to let you know that. And they might kick me right off the team. I don't care. My priority is to let everybody know step by step as best I can what's happening. And that's what's happening. So I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.